Hi, Middlebrook Church family. Victoria and Tina Shackelford, and we have the blessing to read Advent lesson number 3.
Where we talking about the birth of Jesus Christ, taken from Luke chapter 2. Some questions to think about while we read the passage and story are, why do we struggle to focus on spiritual things, and how do we respond to this challenge? I'm going to be reading Luke chapter 2, verses 1 through 7. The birth of Jesus. At the time, Augustus Caesar sent an order to all the people in the countries under Roman rule must list their names in a register. This was the first registration. It was taken while Quirinius was governor of Syria, and all went to their own towns to be registered. So Joseph left Nazareth, the town of Galilee, and went to the town of Bethlehem in Judea, known as the town of David. Joseph went there because he was the family of David. Joseph registered with Mary, to whom he was engaged and who was now pregnant. While they were in Bethlehem, the time came for Mary to have the baby, and she gave birth to her first son. Because there were no rooms left in the inn, she wrapped the baby with pieces of cloth and laid him in a box where animals are fed.
Among the most tragic words ever penned are those found in Luke's account of the first Christmas. There was no room for them in the inn. There was room for merchants, tax collectors, travelers, and sightseers, but no room for the gentle Mary and the divine Christ, who was to be born that night. What was the cause of this tragedy? Why was there no room for Mary and Joseph and their expected baby, except in a stable? I have some sympathy for the innkeeper. He was not hostile. He was not opposed to the couple. But his inn was crowded. His hands were full. His mind was preoccupied. After all, it was an unusual busy time, with guests arriving from every corner of Israel for the census and taxation. He probably told Joseph, "I wish I could help you, but I must keep my priorities. But I'm not a hard-hearted man. Over there is a stable. You are welcome to use it if you care to, but that's the best I can do. I must get back to my work now." No room for Jesus? No room for the King of Kings? This is the answer millions of people are giving today. It's the answer of preoccupation. Not fierce opposition, not furious hatred, but unconcerned about spiritual things. Things really haven't changed since that Bethlehem night 2,000 years ago. God is still on the fringe of most of our lives. We fit him in when it is convenient for us, but we become irritated when he makes demands on us. Our lives are so full. There is so much to be done, but in all of our busy activities, are we in danger of excluding from our hearts and lives the one who made us? This passage really makes me think about how busy our lives can get. Our minds become cluttered and preoccupied, as the story said. We really need to stop and remember to let Jesus in. We need to take the time for him. Maybe let go of some of the other things that are in our lives to make room for the one and the only true gift, which is Jesus Christ. I hope each of us can do that, as I know it definitely makes me think to work harder on that. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the Shackelford family.
Merry Christmas!